Hello, my dear student. Welcome to this orientation video. So I thought I might make a video, about the context of this video that we're going to be using in this unit. And for that, with that purpose in mind, I I created this mind map here. Okay, so here we go. First of all, let me explain to you the meaning of this phrasal verb here. That our character, a guy called Richard Bannett, is going to use. Because you see, Richard Bannett, at some point in his life, he gave up his job. So then I put a definition of the verb to give up here, just to illustrate. So to give up means to abandon, like an idea, a dream, or simply stop doing something that you're doing. For instance, people use the verb to give up to say that, for example, they stopped smoking. A person who stopped smoking might say, I gave up smoking. I put an example there about a dream that I had. When I was a teenager, I wanted to be a pilot. I wanted to fly airplanes. But at some point, I lost interest and I gave up that dream. Okay. And our story, is in a way connected. It's something to do with the South Pole. And what is the South Pole? Well, the South Pole is that place, right? That imagine that you're looking at the Antarctic continent, but you're looking at it from above. The South Pole is exactly the center of that uh, uh, of that place. And right here we've got a picture of somebody standing near the pole because actually there's a pole there, a mark, a physical mark that represents the really center. So uh, it's like the southernmost point of our planet, of planet Earth. Okay, and the funny thing about that is that people who travel to this place, they say that they can walk around the world because if they're just circling, if they're just walking around the pole, actually they're walking around the world. Okay, so anyway, um, and then we have this expression here, which Richard is going to use as well. The expression is to get away from something. Okay, and then I want you to think about that expression over there, to get away from something. Uh, I'm sorry, I misread the expression, is to get away from it all. So to get away from it all is an expression that people normally use when they go somewhere, usually on vacation, because they want to relax and they want to forget about all their problems, all of their difficulties. So a definition goes more or less like this: to get away from it all means to go somewhere, usually on vacation, where you can completely relax and forget your responsibilities and problems. People go fishing to get away from it all. So people go fishing, people go to the beach, people go, I don't know, go traveling to get away from it all. Okay, you probably have your own thing. You probably do something when you want to get away from it all. Okay, so with this idea in mind, we're gonna jump right in on the page and start doing the exercises. Okay, so let's start with this one here. Okay, which is a word puzzle. So basically, I want you to find the base forms of six pairs of verbs and their respective past simple forms. Okay, like I've already done here. And I'm going to do a few more. So let's have a look at this. Right here, we've got the verb to do. Look. But you have to read it backwards. The same way you have the verb to do in the past, did, and the past of the verb to fly, which is flew. Okay? Just bear in mind that you're going to find verbs that are actually written. In other words, you read them backwards to find them. And don't forget that sometimes a verb might appear diagonally. Okay? So what I mean is this. Oh, look, if we click here just to see the solutions, I mean, not in this case, but sometimes the computer generates verbs diagonally. Okay. So I want you to do that. And then after that, I would like you to come over here, play the video one more time. And then once you do that, the next thing you have to do is to organize the sequence of events, the sentences concerning that scene in chronological order. And you can do that by repositioning them using these navigation arrows here. So for example, let's say that this is the first one. So you move that sentence up. And let's say that the last sentence here should actually be the third one. So you move it once and you move it twice, and then by doing that, you organize the sentences and you put them in the right chronological order. Now the objective here is to, in a very simple way, in a very soft and light way, expose you to the structure, to the vocabulary, and start triggering your memory. Because then when we scroll down a little bit more to do this other exercise here, which is an exercise in which we work on the script of the story, chances are that you're going to be remember more the words, the prepositions, and the verb tense that we're studying. Okay, and this one in the middle here is just another simple game-like exercise in which you form pairs of words. So for instance, what is the verb for which the past simple is did? Well, it's do. What is the past of the verb to fly? Well, it's flew. And then you just go and you form pairs. Okay, once again, what is the objective here? Well, it's for you, in a very soft and light way, in a very relaxed way, consolidate the simple forms, the simple past forms of these irregular verbs. Okay, and then in this section here, we have just that very short script, the script for the 35 seconds of the video that we're exploring, and we have exercises in which you select an answer like this. He wanted to find himself. Then there are others in which you complete a sentence to form a question like this one. And in order to know what the question is, you look at the answer, because it says there, last year Richard Bennett gave up his job. So if that is the answer, what is the question? So the question should be, what did Richard give up? Okay, and for every step that you take, the application automatically corrects your exercise and it gives you this feedback. Okay, and then you move forward, and then there is this other exercise again for you to consolidate the past simple form of irregular verbs. And then we get to this section here, which is a pronunciation exercise. So basically what you're going to do is this. You're going to take a look at the sentence, think about the way you're going to pronounce it, and then click on the push to speak button, and then speak to the microphone like this. He decided. And then if you pronounce it correctly, Google will tell you. And then you keep moving forward, because all of these words and expressions and sentences, we're going to need that when we reconstruct the story. He decided to walk. He decided to walk. See? I'm doing pretty well, aren't I? Okay. And then the last exercise is a writing exercise. In other words, I've created a sequence of questions in chronological order for you to realize that when you get to the end of it, the answers to those questions read in sequence, in fact, form the story. So, for example, when did Richard give up his job in a London bank? Well, it was last year. And what did he give up? Well, he gave up his job in a London bank. And what did Richard decide to do? Well, he decided to walk to the South Pole. And then you move forward until you get to the end of this lesson, to the end of this exercise. And the next thing we're going to do is to reconstruct the story using that map. But I don't want you to do that right now. I want you to stop right there. And so right now you're going to pause this video here. You're going to do all of those exercises. And then once you're done, you come back to me, because then we're going to build the map. We're going to work on the map together. So that's it. Okay. So now let's go back to the top of the page. right here, I'm going to refresh to give you a fresh page. There it is. And like I said, at this moment, you pause the video, go down to the bottom, go down below this video here. So now what I want you to do is this: you pause the video, and right below me, you will find this page with all the exercises that I just explained to you how we're going to be doing. Okay. I'll see you there on the map. Okay. Just go over the exercises now. Okay. So right below me here on this application, you will find a whole page with all the exercises that I explored to you. I'll see you there on the map. Bye for now.